Welcome back to the 8-step positivity process to lead change in your life. Remember, this is about imagining your red carpet success. You are the master of your destiny. You can influence, direct, and control your own environment. You can make your life what you want it to be. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Today's Pearls of Positivity, Week 3 agenda, includes 1, re-energizing the positivity process steps 1 and 2, a brief recap. 2 is step 3, developing your change vision, making your dream a reality. Number 3, lots of tips for your action plan with a very special guest sharing her pearls of wisdom, a very dear friend and business partner of mine, and a co-positivity psychology leader and dream coach, Miss Alita Bear. Oh, Alita, I'm going to stop that. I said your name wrong. Positivity process to lead change in your life. Remember, imagine your red carpet success. This is about you. You are the master of your destiny. You can influence, direct, and control your own environment. You can make your life what you want it to be. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Today's Pearls of Positivity, our Week 3 agenda, is re-energizing the positivity process, steps 1 and 2. Step 3 is your introduction to developing your change vision, derived from John Kotter's 8-step process to lead change. You will be making your dream a reality. You will be getting lots of tips and pearls for your action plan, and I have something very special today, who is my special guest sharing her pearls of wisdom. She is my fellow partner in crime, positive psychology leader and dream coach, Alita Bear, all the way from good old California. So we're getting you from East Coast to West Coast, and we'll be hearing from her very shortly. I want you to recall the importance of, the critical importance of spiraling up to positivity, Barbara Fredrickson's work. Remember, unhealthy negativity outweighs us. So it's very heavy, and in order to outweigh the unhealthy negativity, we need to saturate with 3 positives. So you need to be honoring yourself, energizing yourself, reminding yourself the positive work that you're doing towards change, including staying on top of these steps week to week. Remember to do that. Remember to do these things on a daily basis. Even expressing gratitude in your daily life increases positive emotion. The power to change. Remember that 40% investment. You can make that 40% investment into yourself for your 40% return by your intention. What's really exciting today is that you're going to become equipped with much more powerful information because of Alita Bear's information that she'll be giving to you, because she is a certified dream coach. So she really teaches us how to set that intention and to make our dreams a reality. So today, you will be increasing your investment on a much bigger scale. So remember, 50% is who we are, 10% is life events. We could squash out those negative life events pretty rapidly when we have a 40% intention, and today when we have more power with Alita's information. I want to remind you about creating your sense of urgency. Your sense of urgency needs to happen every day, on a daily basis, on a moment-to-moment basis, if you can stand it. Urgency and positivity is up. You increase your sense of urgency. Give yourself credit on a daily basis. Remember, spiral up to positivity, outweigh negativity 3-to-1. Increase positivity at home, work, and play. Can't just do this in one area or the other. It needs to be in all aspects of your life. Complacency and negativity. Remember, it's down, down, down. No unhealthy negative emotion, no irrational thinking, and no self-defeating behavior. Step 2, remember, was creating your positivity tribe. Create your tribe. Surround yourself with positive people. And again, if you haven't done this step yet, stop this video right now and go back and make sure you identify your tribe. Your tribe can be just one expert you're working with. That's okay. But it really is much more powerful if you let other people in and to know what you're doing so that they can support you. Again, if you haven't done that, stop this one now and come back to it and give yourself credit. And for those of you that have done that, give yourself credit as well, because you are on your way with step 2. So you're surrounding yourself with positive people, supportive people, people whom applaud your success. Don't pick the people that aren't willing to clap for you. And there are a lot of them around. They think it's great what you're doing, but they're not really wanting to give you a lot of credit or giving you the applause that's required. That's the support that's required. So make sure you pick the right people for your positivity tribe. You cannot have negative people in your life. Sometimes we have to rid ourselves of those people and stop allowing negative people to hold you down. It is like a shackle holding you down. Go toward positive, supportive people and be free. Liberate yourself. If there are ways to do that are healthy, ways to do that, if you can't totally get rid of the people, you can deal with them kind of at arm's length. So remember, stop allowing negative people to hold you down. Don't listen to the naysayers, and go towards positive, supportive people and be free. Remember, we want to be interdependent. We do not want to be codependent. We do not want it to be overly independent. Interdependence is a healthy reliance on one another. It is a relationship where there is a mutual dependency on one another. We're better when we're together, when we're relying on each other in a healthy way. We don't want to enable. We don't want to be codependent. We don't want to be so overly dependent that we don't know how to delegate or rely on feedback from others. Interdependence really is the rules that lay the basis of morality, and Carol Gilligan and other leaders came forward looking at gender psychology, saying that we are very relational and we need to be interdependent in order to really build our relationships up in our lives at home, work, and play. Remember, I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. I'm a movement by myself. Yes, I am strong. I can do things on my own. I can be independent in a healthy way, but I'm much better when I'm working with others and collaboratively and energetically in any way. So remember that important concept. And never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. You do not need an entire football team or an entire baseball team. You can do it with a handful of people, with a few people, and even right now, if it's just you and perhaps one coach, or even if it's just you doing these lessons step by step on your own, you are doing it with us. We are here. We're energetically here. And don't forget the Facebook group. We're there for you as well. When you work with a tribe, when you work with others, you experience positivity resonance. I like to call it positivity tribal resonance. There are micro moments of connection that occur. Stronger bonds are the result. Cellular health benefits, positive benefits for all. You even get more brain power out of it. It's just a truly win-win solution, and I love creating win-win solutions. It's my favorite thing to do. So here we go. This is the time to start to develop your change vision. You have created your sense of urgency. You have created your positivity tribe, and now it's time to focus on what your change vision is. I know people wonder, well, why didn't I do this to begin with? If you start trying to develop your change vision before you develop your sense of urgency, you're in danger of failing to reach your goal, because you first have to set up the urgency, right? Get rid of the complacency, get rid of all of the obstacles that will get in the way of your vision. So, and I like to say, I love the concept of blue sky thinking. So this is my add-on of blue sky thinking. derived from some work from Sir Jones. I don't know if you've heard of Sir Jones, but that's where I've been inspired by, and John Kotter's work. So blue sky thinkers and dream makers energize themselves and others. They are cheering themselves on, and even when they make a mistake, they say, that's okay. Making a mistake is part of the process. I can get up and keep going. And they energize others. They're not jealous of other people. They are cheering them on just as well, and they know that everybody's strengths enhance each other's strengths. Blue sky thinkers and dream makers invest in human capital, psychologically and socially. They are investing in human capital. They imagine the possibilities. Imagine the possibilities. Blue sky thinkers are thinking, they're seeing up into the sky, they're seeing through the rain, and they're even seeing the rain as something that we need, knowing that the blue sky will come through, knowing that we need the rain. So the possibilities are endless, and they're seeing that at any moment. They believe they can do it. Blue sky thinkers believe they can do it. And they live with passion. They really get in touch with their passion. They know what it is, and that's what they're banking on. Blue sky thinkers make their dreams their reality. A blue sky vision. So based on John Kotter's 8-step process to lead change for organizations, and as you know, I've told you that I believe this is important and powerful information to apply on a personal level. Whether you're doing this as a work project, perhaps a business plan, perhaps to lose weight, stop drinking, whatever it is that what your vision is, what your purpose is, if you do this with blue sky vision and if you follow these steps, you are really ensuring a guaranteed outcome, a positive outcome. So number one, when you set this vision, you're simplifying hundreds or thousands of more detailed decisions down the road. There are so many things to consider with goals. Even if you're looking at changing a diet, you have to learn so much about healthy eating and calories and how much exercise do you need to do. There are lots and lots of details. But when you have your clear vision, every other decision becomes very crystal clear for you. So it's very important to make that very clear vision, and you'll be learning more about that shortly from Alita. It motivates you to take action in the right direction, even if the first steps are painful and very challenging. Change is hard. Remember way back to step 1 in week 1 about creating that sense of urgency, and I shared with you the stages of change that we psychologically go through. Making change is one of the hardest things that people find to do, especially when it's something that they need to do to make change for the better in their lives. And sometimes the steps aren't always easy. Remember I talked about the positivity tribe. Sometimes you need to really get negative people out of your life, and they may be people that you love. It doesn't mean you don't love them anymore. It just means you can't tolerate the negativity. So that's just some example of what could be painful. But when you have your vision and you're not going to let anything stand in your way, it's very clear on what road that you will follow, and it makes the journey much easier to travel. Hard, yes, but we're experiencing healthy negative emotions, even if it is hard about leaving people behind, but it's possible. And it's challenging, but it can be done. Another third point of the blue sky vision is helping to coordinate your actions in a remarkably fast and efficient way. So once you know the vision, things start happening rapidly. I mean, quite honestly, I'm doing this training with you. I've had this on my mind for a while. It wasn't one of my conquering forces a while back, but it's been percolating for me. And it's been percolating and percolating and percolating. Now it's just such a driving force, it's a conquering force within me that I can't stop myself. And it is happening quite fast. So even there's me just sharing with you a little piece of something that I did. Remember I said this is one of my dreams to come true, that I'm sharing this information with you and putting it together in a way that I know makes sense, and I know that it helps me to make my dreams come true. So the blue sky vision has 6 key characteristics. It's imaginable. It conveys a clear picture of what a future will look like. It appeals, it's desirable. It appeals to your long-term interests and to those who have a stake in your success. Hopefully, that's your positivity tribe. It's feasible. It's viable, right? It contains realistic and attainable goals. You have to make goals that are attainable. You can't make goals that aren't true. Remember, I want to refresh your memory, too, about positivity. Don't be positive, right? Don't fake it. It's not something you can fake it until you make it. You have to make a goal that feels right for you, that's attainable. You can't say, well, I'm going to go out and buy, a yacht because I want to sail, and you don't have the money for the yacht, right? So maybe you will if you get your business plan in order down the road, but make goals that are realistic and attainable. This is a very key point as well. You need to be laser focused. The vision needs to be clear enough so that it provides you the guidance in your decision-making process. Flexible. You cannot be rigid. You cannot be rigid. If you're rigid, you'll get stuck and you'll be in your own way, so to speak. Being flexible allows the individual initiative and alternative responses in light of the changing conditions. Things are going to change, and you need to be able to be flexible and move and grow with them. You also need to know when you hit obstacles that you're flexible enough to maybe modify your plan a little bit. It needs to be communicable. It's easy to communicate and it can be explained very quickly. So when your vision should be very clear and you should be able to explain it very, very quickly. Well, here we are. The highlight of this lesson is my dear friend and colleague, Miss Alita Bear out of California. Remember I said she's a fellow positive psychology leader, and she is bringing her knowledge and training as a dream coach as our special guest today. So Alita will be taking your change vision at a deeper level, to a deeper development of your change vision. So I just need to give her over the reins, and she'll be taking it up with you. Okay, Alita, there you go. Do we have you there now?
Hi, Sherry. I'm here.
There you go. Sorry about that. A little technological snafu there.
That's okay. I was talking away. So, I want to thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity to be a part of your training. I think that you are just an incredible teacher, and your enthusiasm is so catching. I'm just sitting here watching this and just so into it, I forgot I was going to actually participate for a moment.
Well, thank you. I have her on my positivity tribe. So you see why? But thank you.
You're welcome. And I remember the times that we've been together, from the time we met, and then we got interested in working together, and we had our vision, and our vision that we have together and also separately has just been evolving and growing, and it's getting out to the world, and it's really a pleasure to work with you. So thank you very much for today. I want to start today by talking about your deeper development of your change vision. Preparation is definitely first, but I want to start with saying that since I was a little girl, I always had this belief in myself, and I believed if I could dream it, that I could do it. So that is so much of a part of preparation for making your vision come true. When I was a little kid, I didn't really understand it, but sometimes at night I would have a vision or a dream of something I wanted to do, or it would hit me somewhere else, and I knew that if I kept holding this vision of what I wanted for myself, that I could achieve it. So I'm so happy to be a dream coach these days, and hopefully I will be able to help you with your change vision here. Sherry, do you want to go to the next slide? Okay, thank you. So the first thing is to set a clear intention of what it is that you want to do. So imagine painting a picture for yourself. If you are dreaming at night, of your vision, it's going to help anchor it into your brain and into your body. And the thing is, if you really believe something, if you can see it in color, in 3 dimensions, then your body and your brain will try to do everything it can to make that come true for you. So painting a clear vision, having a clear intention is of utmost importance when you're starting. You also need to know your starting and your finish points. So where are you today? And where do you want to be? You need to be able to measure your progress. But along the knowing the start and finish points, I want to just say that you need to have a reality check with yourself. If you have something in mind that you are at this particular place of A and you want to go to B, you really need to be clear on where you are and to be able to self-assess. And if it's something that you have a hard time assessing in yourself, then ask some loved ones, somebody on your positivity team, to help give you some honest feedback. So that assessment of knowing where you are and where you're starting is important so that you can measure your progress along the way with your little steps towards your finish points. This is one of my favorite quotes. It's by Howard Schultz, the CEO of Starbucks, and he is quite an incredible leader. And it starts by saying, care more than others think wise. Risk more than others think safe. Dream more than others think practical. And expect more than others think possible. And it reminds me of what somebody said to me many, many, many years ago about mediocrity. They're like, what's so great about mediocrity? Anybody can be mediocre. If the people that really live their life, they think beyond mediocre. They think about the vision. They think about accomplishing something, doing something, being something that they want to be, and they work toward it. And no matter if you have negative people in your life trying to pull you down or hold you back to their level, you need to set your sights where you want to go. Expect more of yourself than others think possible, and I bet you'll be able to get it. There's 4 preparation points that we need to keep in mind, or that you need to keep in mind as you're starting your journey. I'm just going to go over them briefly here, and then we'll talk a little bit more about them in the upcoming slides. The first one is clarity. We've just been talking about your clear vision for change. The second is knowing. Know where you are and where you want to go. The time frame. Identify your time frame clearly and with urgency. Have a start and have a finish. And then honor your accomplishments step by step. And clarity. What is your clear vision? We just talked about painting a picture for yourself. Some people find it helpful to have a dream board or vision board where they either paint, draw, or cut out pictures or photograph things that they really want in their life. And when you have these things in front of you on a board, then you can readily see where it is, what it is that you want. You can also keep this vision in your mind. What do you intend to do, to be, to create, to change, or to accomplish? Make it clear. Knowing is the next step. Know where you are and where you want to go. Point A to point B. Be realistic. Self-assess yourself. I just mentioned earlier, if possible. If that isn't possible, ask people on your team to help you out with an honest assessment. Get feedback from your positivity tribe. Remember, don't ask those people that may be negative in your life, that may not want you to succeed. Ask those that are willing to push you. And envision your journey. Is it that straight line from A to B that I've mentioned a couple of times? Some people don't really see it as a straight line. Some people see it as a winding path. For others, it's a circular thing. They're starting here, they're going out, they're going around, and they're coming back to a similar place, but with a different vision, more change. And part of also envisioning your journey, I say, is to chunk it down. If you have a big desire, you need to be able to break it down so that it doesn't get overwhelming. So this, to me, is part of the knowing. And in later steps, we'll identify, Sherry and I will identify different ways to measure and lay out those steps that you're going to accomplish. But right now, as part of preparation, just think of the different steps that you will be accomplishing to know where you're going and how you're moving along towards your goal. The third step is time frame. This is important to identify clearly so that you have a sense of urgency. I know some of us, like me, tend to procrastinate sometimes, but if I can put something down on my calendar and I know that it's due by then, or I want it by then, or I intend to have this vision accomplished by a certain time, then I can clearly back out the steps so that I can get started and make that happen. So put a sense of urgency to it. Do take out your calendar or your phone or however you can keep track of it and decide to start and put down your dates. Set your stake in the ground. This is so important. Decide. Intention is nothing without a decision to begin. You're going to get that stake and start right now. So map out your start and finish day. Put down what, where, how, when, and later when we talk about the steps more to chunk it out, you can enter those in your calendar as well. And the fourth step is honor and celebrate your accomplishments step by step. You want to use your plan to measure each step toward accomplishing your vision. And when you have a step, you want to celebrate. You want to really be like the little man here and just cheering yourself on. You want to energize yourself. You want to keep your positivity going. And you want to anchor in these feelings, anchor in the positivity of accomplishment. How does it feel in your body? Do you feel a sense of pride? A sense of accomplishment? You're going toward your goal? You're full of energy? Take the time with each step that you've put down to really honor and celebrate yourself. And if it's feasible, get together your positivity tribe and celebrate together. When you do this, you will feel a sense of accomplishment and you'll have renewed energy to keep going and continue toward your vision. You will be on your way to your red carpet success, and every step you take brings you closer. Your vision will become clear only when you look into your heart. Who looks outside dreams, and who looks inside awakens. I love this quote by Carl Jung. And it's so true. If we are always about external things, then we might just be looking with our head. But we really need to combine our head and our heart in order to accomplish our dreams.
Yes, thank you, Alita. Remember, I had mentioned that you've got to get out of your head. It doesn't mean you leave your head behind, because we need the brilliance in our minds, right? But we need the wisdom and the love in our hearts and the positivity that really shines through from that. So Yes, I love this quote as well, and I love that, you know, Alisa knows that I love working with slides and images, so I think I might have been a graphic designer in another world, but making the dream a reality, it's beautiful to dream it and see it and believe it, but you really need to make it awaken and to make it that reality.
That's right. Absolutely. We need to combine our head and our heart. And as I was saying before, I do love your slide sharing. I'm just mesmerized every time I look through a new presentation you do.
Thank you. And remember, imagine the possibilities. Blue sky thinkers and dream makers, they imagine the possibilities. So this is your third step towards your red carpet success, so you should be dancing there, and it's all you. It's all you and your positivity tribe cheering you on. Remember to post your success steps, questions, comments in your action plan in our private Facebook group, because that's another extended tribal members for you. Sometimes extended tribal members are the ones that bring us great joy in our life. This is an 8-step positivity process as we continue on to lead change in your life. And there's me in positivity, making one of my dreams come true, sharing this with you. Thank you so much. And Alisa, I thank you so much for being here with us today, and it was really brought me a lot of joy to have you in the mix here. So
Thank you,
you.
Sherry. Thank you. It was a lot of fun for me, too.
Bye-bye.